So we've got our cup and we've got our piburn. This is flush against the middle side right here. So that way you, like the foot. So that way you know you're straight. And then you're gonna move your, oh, see now it's plugged in. That's why we didn't want to do it. Before you plug this in, this part can move, that's okay. But you want to get your laser right over the middle. And the way I learned is you're going to use this screw right here, because that's going to be your middle spot. See how you're right there? So that means you're pretty much on. Once you get it plugged in, you won't be able to move this back and forth, because once you plug this in, that's going to make the cup move back and forth. So get this over the top of it, plug it in, and it's got the one little notch in there that screw that on, and then we're going to go back and we're going to change the light burn settings on your computer. Because right now light burn is set for a flat, and we want to change it. So you will go to edit and go to machine set. It's either machine or device. We'll figure. All right, so we're not connected to the Mira. Okay. If it was, you would hit load from file. You would go grab that setting for the chuck. Open up your things just so you can see it. So you would, when you would hit load from file right here, then you would open this up for Mira 9 rotary settings. You would hit chuck. That would automatically populate into here, and you would click right and then OK. And that will send the rotary settings for the Mira 9 and the piburn chuck. So it does exactly your right steps for rotation.
Do that one time.
Just one time. Now when you're done with this and you're ready to go back to your computer, you're going to do the same thing. Edit. Well, here, cancel that. You go edit, machine settings. The same thing again. You'll do a load from file, and you'll get that window again, and you'll do flat settings.
Oh, okay.
And that will get you basically back to your flat.
You go back and forth with those when
Yes,
you're doing.
if you're doing a cut or if you're doing a flat.
Okay.
And then the same thing, you'll write it and you'll hit OK.
I mean, it'll be.
But everything else is the same as far as sending and whatnot. I'm recording.
Oh, okay. Oops, I made it go down too.
It's okay.
Okay.
These right here, actually, will you record?
Is it already recorded?
Yeah, it's already recording. These right here will lower. So if one goes one way, one goes the other way.
Okay.
So you can move it to where you want it to be and then tighten these up.
Okay.
That's probably a little high.
Yeah, we use the
But-
level one.
Yes. Look at me do this again. Spin a minute. Okay. But this you can manually move just a little bit. I think I put your level right here under her arm. Okay. I think we're pretty good. Okay. We're just going to roll those over. Okay.
It's barely under it, or
Yep. And so this little dial right here will block this from rolling back and forth.
okay.
And yep, just make sure it's sitting on it. It's not just yet. There you go. Okay. All right, now remember, this isn't going to move. The gantry isn't going to move this way anymore because anything we move to go back and forth is going to be your cup. So At this point, move it that way. Remember how we lined it up kind of right above the silver of the cup? You're not going to match that. Well, you might.
Is that pretty good?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I'm going to show on the video. This little dial, there's a little screw right here. Can you see it in there?
Yeah. See that? A little B screw.
Little bitty screw. I've always been told, make sure you can, if you've got your red dot on that little screw, then you're in the center of the cup. Now, I think we might have moved this just a little bit.
Yes, it did.
So,
I guess the our center one.
here. Well, mine has another one of these on the other side so I can make it flush. I think that is pretty flush, but because we want it to be here, since this isn't a wrap, it's not going to be mandatory that it be perfectly straight. But yeah, I think we're pretty good. Now, because I'm doing this, basically I have a square design that's going to go right here, and my origin is in the upper right corner. So I'm going to want to start, you can manually move this, because I don't want this to roll into anything. We'll focus it in a minute because it's not going to hit. But if I make that my origin, hypothetically, we're going to frame. That's good. But I want it to be more centered. So I'm going to scooch it a little bit more. Hit my origin again. Frame it. Maybe just a little bit more. Sometimes I'll look and be like, that's a finger. So I would want a finger here. It's not going to come that far. So we'll go just a little bit more. In my eyeballing, I think we're pretty close. But I'm going to show you something real quick. Can you see under here? That's not flush against the,
Oh, yeah.
here.
You see that?
This is not flush, the cup is not flush against here. So we're going to have to just unloosen it a little bit and make sure it's flush. It's probably not going to make that big of a deal for this, but on a full wrap, it's going to make a huge difference.
Is it up too much at the bottom?
Maybe. Yeah, there you go. A little more. A little more. The cup's gonna shift down.
Or am I going up?
Oh, you wanna go down? A little more. And we're flush. So leave that there, and then come tighten this. I'll hold it. You'll get better once you do it a few times. And it doesn't need to be like tight to the gills, but that's good. Yeah, now we're flush.
Okay.
So
Notice that.
let's bring it back over here.
What are you being flush to?
Do you see where the top of the cup is up against this silver piece?
Yeah.
It had two of them up
Oh.
against it, but the bottom one was not flush.
Okay.
When you look at that video, you'll be able to see it was open.
Okay.
So now we'll start back where we were. Check it again. Looks pretty good. Now we've got to focus it. Because this is just a 2.0 lens, all you got to do is the autofocus. But we don't have the autofocus directly over the cup, so we're going to use your little staircase thing they gave me here. And make sure I got, nope. I'm going to frame it one more time so it goes back to where we had it. Forgive me because, there we go. So So we want to get it to about 8, just like you would with your regular flat items. Where that little arrow, you see a little arrow on there? You see it on the stair step? Yeah, that's where you're going to want to never put it right under because you'll crush it, but just go a little bit. Nope, won't go there, so we'll go back down one. We should be good right there. So at this point, I think we're good to go. I'm gonna go just one more notch that way. Put that inside because we've got to shut this because it's gonna be smelly. Let's just check it one more time. We're good. Pull this down. Alright. Wanna push it?
Oh, okay. Start?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna see this skate or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. You want to keep, you can stop it.